Hey, Big Jordan Geek here, and I've been away a bit longer than I wanted to. Unfortunately, the plague descended upon the Botchel Ruffle household. I ended up with a nasty flu for about 3 weeks, a week of which I was in bed just... Ugh. I'm still not quite over it, but I want to get back to stuff. This weirdly is being recorded before the last one that I just released, weirdly. But never mind, it's just the way issues were in the pile. I thought I'd done issue 5. Anyway, let's get back to it. And we've got Tyranids, Barbgauns versus Infernus Marines, so let's just crack on and see what happens. The aim of this scenario is for the Space Marines, the Infernus Marines that is, to escape across the board. Now they're going to take 4 turns to get across the board. They're not doing any firing, they're just running. The Barbgauns are doing all the firing. So why did I explain the Infernus Marines weapons? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I need to read ahead better and plan better, but that's just me being an idiot. Anyway, the Barbgauns roll a d6 for each one. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the focus right on here. You know what? I really need to learn how to use this camera properly. So they got 20 hits. So they're going to roll 20 dice against the Infernus Marines. Unfortunately, the Tyranids, they were widely inaccurate, and they only scored 6 hits. Now, they needed to score 4 plus. So you'd think they'd get a few more out of 20 dice, but they really didn't. They only got 6, which is not great. To wound the Marines, they need to roll a 3 plus, because their strength is greater than the toughness of the Space Marine. The strength of the weapon, as we said, is 5, the toughness of the Space Marine is 4, so it's 1 higher, so they need 3 plus to wound. They scored 3 wounds here. 2 failed to do anything. Not looking great for them, really, is it? Only 4 hit wounds from 20 shots. Not good. In further bad news for the Tyranids, the Space Marines saved 3 of those 4. Now, the Space Marine that got wounded, he only takes a wound because they've got 2 wounds, and the damage caused by the Barbgauns is only 1. They're depending on mass of hits to really do their damage. So in this case, the Space Marine takes 1 wound. The scenario is here that they have to get rid of 3 of the Space Marines. So if the Space Marines escape the board with 3 or more, they win. If the Tyranids eliminate 3 of them, then the Tyranids win. So Tyranids really need to get more wounds there. They've only got 3 more shots to do this. The Space Marines, for their turn, is basically moving. So they move across the board, 1 square. They've got 4 turns, they've got to get all away and escape the board. In which case they'll slam a bulkhead behind them and stop the Barbgauns from hitting them. So yeah, let's move on to turn 2 and see if the Tyranids can do any better. So turn 2, and let's see if the Tyranids can do any better. They roll 19 shots. Again, pretty good, just 1 less than last time. So yeah, weight and numbers is what they really need. So let's see how that translates into hits. Well, it's a bit more respectable this time. They get, out of 19 shots, they get 9 hits. 10 failures, but yeah, can't be great. But that's pretty good. It's about average, I would say. So that's not bad. So again, needing 3s to wound, they get 6. So we're getting there. It's a little improvement on last time. We still really need the weight of numbers for them to do something. So not going great for the Tyranids here. 6 is good, but the Space Marines save a 3 is really good. So let's see what they can do. Yeah, that Space Marine Armor Saver 3 is just phenomenal. I mean, it's why Space Marines are a very popular army, especially for new beginners. They've got a pretty decent armor save. They are resilient. So they all survive. You've only got 1 Marine on 1 wound, and yeah, they're doing pretty well. The Tyranids really need to pull something out in the next 2 turns for them to win this. So again, the Space Marines move across a square. They're doing well. They are really doing well. I'd be betting on the Space Marines at this point. The Tyranids really need to do something better. Can they score a lot more hits? Let's see. Moving into turn 3, and this time the Barbgauns managed to get a total of 16 shots. So that is... they're still saying pretty high. I mean, they could do better, but it's not bad. And from that 16, they get a total of 9 hits, 7 missing. So that's better than average, I guess. It's more than half, so that's good. That's what we want, really. Come on, let's do this. You know, I really don't know why I'm rooting for the Tyranids, but hey-ho. They get 5 of their 9. 5 cause wounds on a 3 plus, so that, again, it could be better. It really could be better. That's probably a bit below average, but let's see what those 5 shots do. And it's good luck for the Tyranids with two failures. That kills a Space Marine and leaves 1 on 1 wound. Now they still need to get 3 failed armor saves in order to win this game, because next turn those Space Marines are escaping. So yeah, they move across another square right to the edge of the board and they are almost gone. So the Tyranids really have to get 3 failures on their armor saves in order for them to win the game, or otherwise the Space Marines will win. So let's see what happens in the final turn. So final turn for the Tyranids, their last chance to deal with the Space Marines. They need 3 failed armor saves and they score 16 shots. Sorry, 17 shots. Now, they can score up to 30, so they haven't really done that impressive in this game, because what they need is weight of numbers. And you know what sucks? When out of 17, they only hit 6 times. Not good at all. And from that, they only wound with half those shots. It's not looking good for them. They need all of those to be failed armor saves in order to win this game. Doesn't look good, does it? And yeah, those weren't great. They failed 1, but they passed the other 2. And that means 3 Space Marines have survived and will be walking off of the board for the victory. And yeah, they get off the board, slam the bulkhead behind them and are safe, and they've only lost 2 of their colleagues in their desperate run for safety. So yeah, that was a interesting scenario and an interesting game. Not great for the Tyranids. I'm confused every time. I'm having some trouble recording this segment for some reason. Every time I keep exporting it into DaVinci Resolve, it goes a bit whiffy. Anyway, yeah, D6 is always a gamble. You need to roll high. If not, it's a struggle, especially with a relatively low strength weapon. The potential for the power-up gaunts there was 30 attacks. They got no more than 20. And that, I think, was the issue. If they'd rolled a bit higher, more consistently, I think they would have done better. But they didn't, and that's just it. You need weight of numbers. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to go away and record the issue 5 report, because for some reason this was on top of the pile. Yeah, anyway, so that's about it. What I am doing at the minute, just finished painting a Drakozan for my Solar Auxilia. Quite proud of this. And then I'm going to go, record the other issue. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, like the smash button, give a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, if you didn't like it, I don't care. I'm more interested in what you think, and if this is any good. I don't think they are, but it's just a bit for me to do. Anyway, thank you very much, keep rolling the dice, and have fun.